the shape of an eye mask, and you can choose whatever pattern you want. I drew mine, and you can even get yours online or somewhere, or you can just draw it like I did. I don't know if I'll be able to put up the pattern anywhere, but I can take a photo and put it on Instagram if you guys want me to. So once you've cut out your eye mask shape, you're going to take a ribbon and measure it to the doll's head. That's what I'm doing here right now on my hand. And I am putting some extra because it's not too bad if you put extra, but it's a little bad if you don't put enough. And then you're going to fold it in half. So you're going to sew a piece of ribbon to your felt, and this is going to act as the strap of our eye mask. Also make sure to cut it very well, or sew it very well, because ribbon does have raw edges, and you don't want the raw edges to it, and your ribbon can come right off the felt. So once you've sewn one, you're going to go and sew the other, and I'll be back when I've sewed the second one. So I've sewn the second one, and I just decided to cut some of the fabric off, or some of my ribbon off, to cut it a little shorter. And then we're going to take some Velcro, and I have some sticky back Velcro. You can use any Velcro, but just make sure that you have 2 pieces of Velcro. Okay, so just stick it on like normal, and if you want, you can sew it. I did sew it to my fabric just to make sure it stays on, but if you're not using sticky back Velcro, of course you don't have to sew it. So once you have your Velcro attached, there you go, you have a very cute eye mask. Next, take 2 pieces of fabric and cut out a shape of a neck pillow. And again, I drew my pattern, but at the same time, you guys can find a pattern online. And we're just going to cut it out. Once it's cut out, you're just going to set it aside because we're going to cut out something else. So you're going to take 4 pieces of fabric, put 2 together, and we're going to cut a triangle. This part is optional, but basically we're going to make ears for our neck pillow, just like the Our Generation neck pillow, but this one's going to look a lot cuter. So we are going to place the 2 triangles good side to good side, and the good side should be on the inside. And then we are going to just sew a simple stitch along the top outer edge. And now we're just going to sew up 2 sides, so basically you can go up to the point and down the point on another side. Also, make sure to sew both of your triangles, and when you are done, cut off the strings. It's not mandatory, but I just suggest to do it. And you can fold them inside out or out right side out. So when we finish our neck pillow, they'll be the right way. All right. So now I'm taking the neck pillow cutout and I'm placing the ears, and in a minute I realize that I'm putting them on the wrong way. You want to put them on the inside, so when you put your neck pillow, you're going to put it good side, and then we are going to put our ears on the inside because they are also flipped out the good side. And also, I'm just going to pin them in, and I'm also going to pin the two pieces of fabric together. So now we are just going to begin sewing, and you can just sew around the outside of the neck pillow, and yeah. When you get to a certain spot, you're going to leave an opening, but I'm going to do it in where the neck goes because I think that's the easiest spot to leave an opening to flip my neck pillow inside out. Or I should say right side out. So just keep sewing until you get to a spot where you have about an inch to where you had just started sewing. So I have about an inch to where I started sewing, so I'm going to cut my string and tie it. And then I'm going to take all the pins out so that I can flip it inside out. And unfortunately, I lost the clips from me flipping it inside out and stuffing it, but you know how to flip stuff inside out and put stuffing in, I bet. If not, tell me and I'll do a pillow tutorial. So now you're going to just sew it, and I'm not so sure how I can tell you to just sew it because sewing something to hide the stitch is a little difficult. So what I would do is fold it so that you don't get the raw edge and then pinch those together and sew. And now we are done, and look how cute this bunny cat-eared neck pillow looks. So we are going to take a strip of felt, not too big, and as you guys can see, I actually cut my felt a bit smaller because this is supposed to be a little neck pouch just to hold some money and some your tickets and your passport. And now I'm cutting some ribbon, and I'm just going to figure out how to put those at the top because there's a special way that you put them, but it's not staying because big string, little pouch. So I just sew it in a weird way. And now we're just going to sew up the edges with a simple stitch going up to the top. And once you're at the top, you're going to sew in your piece of ribbon. Once both pieces of ribbon are sewn in, you can just flip the pouch the right side out, and it looks very cute. Next, I'm going to put a little piece of Velcro in the top just so I can seal the bag open or seal the bag shut. And that is it. Now you have a very cute pouch to hold your stuff when your doll goes traveling.